Welcome back to Legendary Mel Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we have quite an adventure set up in Haddock Cove. So if you remember, this is the location we teased in the last episode that we located down in the bottom left corner of the map. So as you can see it right there, it is Haddock Cove, and this is where we're going to get a ton of our notes and holotapes. Quite an interesting story happened here. As you can see, there are literally 4 notes all together here, not far into where the game spawns you. So as you can see, there's a whole city of houses on the right, and there is an entire area that looks like it was a guard fortress on the left. So let's go ahead and get ourselves into this half-ruined house. So this is going to be the first half of the episode. The second half of the episode is going to be some of the most intense combat we have run into since being in Far Harbor. So definitely stick around to see just the absolute calamity we're going to end up running into just to get Old Longfellow's Affinity up. I'm telling you, he's not been easy. As you can see here in the half-ruined house is all of our notes. Avenge creature drives the good confessor away, and to question this purpose. Alright, so we are speaking in gibberish here almost. To Adam's land, a stranger arrives, a new child we spy. And as you can see, this is all notes from the children of Adam. The children trapped, crumbling home. Mother wants to end their pain. Oh no. So they ticked off Adam, and the mother of the fog is apparently against them. That's their belief, which makes sense why we have the skull with the candles here. And from Adam we end, a safer way to watch. Gifts never cease. Alright. And right there is the stealth boy that maybe they should have used if they wanted to survive. But as you can see, we got a sleeping bag there if we need to rest. This is just one small portion of Haddock Cove. It is enormous. That's why I know it needed its own episode. So let's go ahead and explore further into town. Now, just like the 4 notes were together, the 4 holotapes are going to be together too, but they're on the other end of town. As you can see, loot-wise, we've got all these broken, dilapidated buildings to sift through. There is a lot of good potential here for setting up a base. As you notice, there's not really many enemies here, as long as you don't go near the water side. Now, you'll be able to tell pretty quickly what I mean by the water side, because for the most part, these homes are just kind of on the water's edge. They're not really in it, so it does make a small town here. But as you can see, some of them are a bit more complicated to explore, and anytime you see water like this, you know exactly what enemies we are going to be dealing with. It's not even a question. You just know it's going to come. But as you can see, there is plenty of good loot here to take advantage of in the meantime. Now, in Haddock Cove, we are going to learn of a family that was trying to make a living here. And we're talking about recently, because we do find their corpses as we go through here. And it's a very, very interesting story that we learn about the father, and I believe they may be his sons or they may just be friends. I haven't fully figured it out quite yet. We're going to see that soon. As you can see, there are multiple beds here we can take advantage of up the stairs, and that just takes us right back where we were to the notes. So let's jump off the house there right as the rad storm decides to hit, work our way to the other side. This is the Haddock Cove that most people are going to think of it for. Not those nice pristine houses, but this watery section that is absolutely flooded with all sorts of different Mirelurks. I'm talking about soft-shell Mirelurks, regular Mirelurks, razor-claw Mirelurks, and we've even got a Mirelurk King or 2 here. So this area gets pretty hairy, and it makes sense why we're going to find the holotapes that we end up finding here. But as you can see, it almost looks like settlers moved in and tried to make a home out of this place, and that's really what we're going to run across here. As Old Longfellow takes out the trash for us, let's go ahead and take full advantage of his hard work as we venture into the great unknown of the watery section. That's why I said you would easily be able to tell which one was which, because literally this entire area is just flooded. And most of your buildings and structures are literally elevated over the water. Now obviously I'll let all the story play out. We do not do it necessarily in the right order. So I think we actually get one of the last holotapes first, but spoilers, they don't make it. I mean, the fact that they're not here now and the Mirelurks are, that pretty much tells you all you need to know. They don't make it. So let's find out what in the world happened to them, who they were, and why this is important. Now, the holotapes are going to be scattered all throughout this area, and as you can see, this area kind of makes two semicircles. It almost looks like an infinity loop, just because of how they are meshed together here, again in a round pattern. As you can see, there are also things under the water as well. So good flexibility of movement here, and if you're sneaky enough, you can actually coax the Mirelurks out of hiding, because there's a whole wave of them about to ambush us. But the problem is they're lying in wait. They're waiting for us to hit certain cues to actually pop out. So just always have a weapon at the ready and just swim around in the water to try and goad them out, because we do have some legendaries in here that can cause a major problem. As you can see, there's one of the family members that didn't make it. His skeleton's literally right there on the toolbox. And as you can see, we're about to get two of our four holotapes that we get here. So again, I'll just let them play through like normal so everyone can hear the story of what's going on. And can we get one of the Mirelurks, for the love of gosh, to actually come out of hiding, because I don't want these things to pop up and start attacking us when we're trying to listen to the story. That's the only negative part here, and I think we might have got one that tried to attack us. I thought I saw a claw back there. Yep, there it is. So we coaxed one of the soft shells out of hiding. Now, like I said, there is a Mirelurk King, a Razor Claw, and I think a Legendary here too. So they all just lie in wait for you to hit the wrong patch of water for them to pop out on you. So it's literally like playing whack-a-mole with Mirelurks. So with that said and done, let's go ahead. As you can see in here, we've got a wooden crate, we've got ourselves a duffel bag, and here is also where we're going to find the first of our four holotapes, right by the sleeping bag. So let's go ahead, get everything here. As you can see, this is also where the defense pylon is. And if you go inside, there's actually a steamer trunk in the one right beside it. Again, plenty of good loot for your settlement. And here is another holotape, the Husky family holotape. So that is who we're dealing with, the Husky family. Let's continue. So ideally, we are just going to string as many of these holotapes together as we can. There's basically one in just about every room and building of this place. So just keep looking around and you won't have too much trouble here. As you can see, half of it's in the water, and sometimes you can find the bodies of the Husky family, especially since we're about to figure out what exactly happened to them. So going back in here, as you can see, we've got plenty of items for settlement building. You've got screwdrivers. We got Longfellow trying to knock us off the stairs. Thanks, buddy. But overall, this is a really cool area, especially for combat. I'll tell you, this area gets pretty rough, especially when you wake up the Mirelurk King and he's just trying to projectile you off of the ledges into absolute oblivion. This place can get quite fierce. And again, I love the idea that it seems innocent until you hit certain triggers and different enemies pop out. That's what I absolutely love about it, and that's why you see me dancing back and forth as much as I am, because I'm trying to draw as many enemies out as I possibly can. That way, as you can see, there's the Mirelurk King. That way, our recordings don't get interrupted when we start them. So, let's go ahead and try to get this thing blown into oblivion, using every bit of our missile launcher as we cripple ourselves in the process. And let's go ahead and shamelessly harvest this thing to pieces. Trust me, it is responsible for most of the casualties here, as we're about to hear. So, let's go ahead. Make sure he's gone. Make sure Longfellow's not fighting anyone. And now, I think we're good. I know there's a legendary somewhere around here that's lurking, and we'll probably wake him up. I have a feeling closer to the end of all this. But we got the soft shell. Let's go ahead and dig into the holotapes. Starting with the first one here by the workbench. This is Chores List.
Okay, lunkheads, listen up. These here are the chores for the month. I'm only making one of these, so pass it around. And no, I will not be changing my mind again. So stop asking, Braun. Luke, you're in charge of fishing, cleaning fish, and cooking fish. Just about anything to do with fish. That's your job, okay? Rowan, you're on building and repairs. Like some of the baseboards keep getting loose or torn up. I'm not sure what's getting but fixing. Braun, you've got brush removal again. Gotta clear our line of sight. And yes, you may have to work at night, you big baby. I don't care what you hear. I pulled day guard duty again. We'll swap around at night, same as last month. And you, Braun, don't even start whining. That's it. If you don't like it, tough. This is how we get things done around here. Wait, is this thing still on? Damn it! Is it this button? No, of course not. I swear, I'm gonna throw this thing in the water! Ah!
There's literally a running joke that the Lear Bray doesn't know how to turn the recorder off.
This is Bray Husky. And this is probably my last record. Oh, jeez. I can see my friggin' guts here. They came up from underneath us. Big, huge freaking Mirelurks. Tons of them. The dead fish and chub must have lured them to us. Oh, God. My leg. The rest are dead. All dead. Luke got pinched right now. And I saw Rowan screaming while another one pulled him under. His eyes. Jesus, his eyes. I went to get Braun and found some huge fish and thing eating what was left of him. He clawed me right across my guts before I could get a shot off. Jeez, this place was impenetrable. You could see anyone coming for miles. Oh, underwater goddamn fish monster. Oh, I just hope. Oh, God, no. Oh, it found me. No, no, no. You get there. Get away from me. Oh, God! Is this thing still recording? You've got to be kidding me!
As you can see, a common danger anytime they try to settle by the water. So let's go ahead over this way to get holotape number 3 of our 4. This is near the duffel bag and the box. This is the one here, family announcement.
All right, no announcement. So listen. Whoa! Look! What are you doing in here? I'm making my next tape here.
Boss, Braun's off in his bunk whimpering about something. Says he saw something peering up at him from under the baseboard.
Are you kidding me? He's a grown man, for God's sake. He's too old to be jumping at the boogeyman.
Maybe, but he's refusing to do his chores. On top of that, Rowan keeps hiding in the water and jumping out at him. Scares him half to death.
Fine. Go round up those chuckleheads. I'll have a talk with them folks. They could fall apart without me, I swear. Oh, for crying out loud. This thing is still recording. Luke, how the hell do you make this thing stop?
Big red button marked stop recording.
I knew that.
As you can see, it's literally a running joke with every single holotape. So you had Prey, you had Luke, and Longfellow is just absolutely going nuts over here since we finally found the legendary Mirelurk we were looking for. So let's go ahead and blow him into next century. Before this thing can even get close to us, just keep poking and shooting, and just like that, this area is finally good. We get the Troublemaker's stuffed right leg, and now that all that mess is cleared out, we have one holotape left to go.
I don't know what's more
and that will ultimately bring us, as you can see there, to 13 of 20. So, all we have to do to get to this last one is just go back over here, grab an items along the way as we go, and we are going to be looking for the walkway here, the elevated platform that starts our circles around this area. And now let's head back over to the center. And again, this is where the defensive post is. We want to go to this 2-story shed and go down the bottom. That's where a steamer trunk is. So let's go ahead, get the items there. And near this trunk, as you can see some items there, is the Husky family holotape.
Hello? Luke, is this thing on?
Yeah, boss. We're rolling.
All right, good. Now get back to work. I can take it from here. This here is Ray Husky, leader of the Husky family, rightful owner of the land previously known as Haddock Cove. These here tapes are mine as well. We've torn enough scrap wood and metal from the nearby houses to build an outpost on the water. Really make a go of it here. We built this thing big and tall enough. We'll be able to see pests coming from a good distance off. No one will be able to catch us with our pants down. Ray Husky, signing off. Shit, Luke. How the hell do you turn this thing off? There's a million buttons on this stupid thing. Screw it, I'm just gonna unplug it.
So as you can see there, they knew this was going to be rough, but they went for it anyway. You can't fault them for that. So let's head to Rayburn Point, and where all the combat is going to be taking place is actually north of this location. Now over here is where absolute pandemonium is going to take place, because we have ourselves a bit of a scavenger hunt over here, all revolving around a safe that has been dug up before we got here. And I am telling you, I literally scoured this entire countryside trying to figure out where in the world this safe was hiding. But I'll go ahead and make sure to show on the map marker exactly where we are and exactly where this thing is located, because I'm sure the loot is probably randomized. For me, it didn't seem too outlandish for what you get, but you very well could get some really cool things, just depending on what it spawns. So, let's go ahead into this area. As you can see, there's an entire unmarked city up here, north of Rayburn Point. So, if you remember from the last episode, Rayburn Point is easily one of my favorite locations in this new set. And that's because it really does function like an amazing settlement, if only they would have allowed it to be a settlement. Considering you've got that shed down on the bottom you can utilize, you've got really, really good combat to grind up here. I'm telling you, This I have used over and over and over again for my grinding sessions to try and level up Longfellow's Affinity, because you get the best of pretty much every world here. You get super mutants, you get feral ghouls, you even get master super mutants like you see here, you get anglers, you even have a legendary Mirelurk queen over here. I mean, there is something for everyone and everyone's fancy over here. The only thing missing from this equation is the gulpers and the fog crawlers. So let's go ahead and take full advantage as we explore this town. Longfellow, get back up if you don't mind. And if we go over this way by the destroyed building, as you can see here, we've got a lot of these lure weeds. One of them is inevitably going to be fake. I'm going to show you the deadly 1-2 combo me and Old Longfellow came up with. Literally, I stun lock him with the harvester, and he just smashes him with the hammer. It has worked pretty much every single time at this point, without fail. So, as you can see up there, we do have yet another note for us to collect. This is going to bring us up to 9 of 15. So 5 notes in total with this episode. And that's going to be in this 2-story shed here. Go up to the top floor, and we have our note. Dylan's note. I made your stuff for those dang trappers. Keep something around, and I'm not going to pick a fight while I'm outnumbered. I took the stash and buried it in that old grave. You know the one. Well, the problem is, that one note literally ruined almost my entire day, because you have no idea how long I looked and looked and looked for that secret stash. Turns out the person actually found it, and you'll see it near the end of this episode. So in the meantime, let's go ahead. As you can see, the boat that's wrecked out here does have its own safe worth of items. And if we go ahead and jump away from that, get ready, because we are about to go onto a peninsula of absolute chaos. This is literally the peninsula of chaos. So out here, get ready, because this is Angler Central. We've got multiple anglers and a glowing one for our troubles. And I'm telling you, there's no way to stun lock this many of them, because you're just going to get constantly hit by one of them. So the best thing we can do is go ahead and get these things all spun up together. And at this point, it is literally bombs away. Just try and get some distance on them, get them together, throw some missiles for a heck of it. As you can see, anglers are not really that defensive, but daggone, it always feels like they take a lot of hits to take down. So, over here, let's just get them all in a group and get our distance set right here. Make sure our grenades are equipped. Let's pop back up, pop some Radx for the heck of it, and let's go to town now that we have a little bit of a safe distance on them. Let's back it up over here. You can always tell where they are, just follow the glow. And we're not talking Children of Adam for once. At this point, it's literally bombs away. Just throw until they stop moving. Just like that. And just like that, we finally got Old Longfellow's Affinity up. As you can see right there, Old Longfellow admires you. So we're getting pretty close. Finally close enough for him to actually say something. So let's keep our eyes on that radiation as we quickly get rid of it, and try and do whatever the heck we can to lose this dang glowing one over here. So get him a little bit away from us so we can finally utilize our last missile. Man, let's not waste it just yet. I think we can take care of things here and now, especially since the anglers are extremely easy to get headshots on with the harvester. I mean, their heads are so dang big you can't help but hit them. And if you get them in the side, that prevents them from quickly whipping around and smacking you in the face. So, go ahead, now that he's pretty much helpless and stun-locked here. And just like that, we've got him pretty much done. If you don't mind, can it, buddy. We are done here. We have got to talk to Old Longfellow for the first time in pretty much forever. I feel like. I mean, he's literally us, just older. If you remember, he lost his wife and kids to children of Adam, so he absolutely hates them, but we can relate to losing the wife and kid. So, old Longfellow, let's have a little chat.
Can I have a word?
Hey,
Make it quick, will ya? Was hoping to talk for a minute.
what do you want to talk about?
Look, I know I ain't the easiest man in Far Harbor to get along with. Social graces? Well, that's never been my strong suit. Thing is, most folk in Far Harbor ain't worth a damn anyway. All of them cowering behind their wall, too scared to fight for their home. Can't like someone I can't even respect. And, well, that brings me to you.
If you're trying to say that you respect me, then I'm glad you feel that way.
I ain't going soft on you now. Don't be thinking that. All I'm saying is, it's good to meet someone who can take care of themselves for a change. Hell, I ain't been close to a lot of folks in my life. And there's even fewer I'd call a friend, but who knows? We stick together long enough, Captain, and it might just be that you're my next one.
That sounds good to me.
All right, enough of this blubbering. You lead and I'll follow. Seems to be working out so far.
Well, you know, old Longfellow, I like how it's working out so far, too, because it's working out pretty darn great considering how overpowered you are. As you can see, all of those darn anglers were literally guarding a safe back here. And oddly enough, it's a safe with a lot of ammo, which is really good. So, now that that's done, let's go ahead and poke the bear. As you can see, in the center of the pond, right there on the map marker, is going to be a legendary Mirelurk queen. So, we are not going to hold back here. We are absolutely poking the bear as much as possible. Just get this thing over here, and then we are going to do our best possible job to try and stun lock the thing. I mean, you know she can spawn the babies, and we have pretty much no recourse for that. But daggone it, we are going to absolutely cripple her as we do our 1-2 combo to her, as long as old Longfellow holds out. Let's go ahead. He can basically be the punching bag here because one thing I have learned about the Mirelurk queens, you cannot stun lock them with the harvester. It just does not work. They ultimately find a way to end up hitting you. And the problem is, our situation's going to be made a lot worse because we're actually getting a glowing legendary Mirelurk hunter on top of this. So, let's go ahead and see what in the world we can do about this as we literally gets T-boned by the glowing Mirelurk hunter over there. Let's go ahead, try and get all of these distractions out of our way because literally they're breaking our attempts to stun lock the queen every time, and the queen's melee attack just does an insurmountable amount of damage. So as you can see, I am constantly popping Psycho Jet one after another. I do not care about addictions. The doctor can get rid of it if we need to. But daggone it, that's about the only way we are doing damage to these guys. So let's go ahead, keep the pressure on as much as possible. As we go ahead, we've already gotten the queen to mutate, I'm pretty sure. Let's just keep the pressure up. As you can see, this area just turns into an absolute dance of chaos because literally you have no privacy here. You know, it's bad enough that she's able to spawn the Mirelurk hatchlings, which can already break your attempts to stun lock her, but the fact that you've literally got Mirelurks and that legendary hunter out there, it just makes this an absolutely chaotic mess to deal with. So, Mirelurk out here come the babies. Just run as much as we can. And the problem is, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up running out of stim packs here to heal our broken head, which is going to make things even more difficult because now we're going to hallucinate in and out of reality. So, luckily the thing we're fighting is literally as big as a 4-story building, so I'm pretty sure no matter how much we hallucinate, we are always going to know where the queen is. As you can see there, pretty much everything on us is crippled except our legs. So, just keep spamming the health the second we can because gosh knows her acid spit attack just wipes the floor with you in no time flat. And every time you see her going slow like this is because of the Psycho Jet. But literally, even this slow, don't get in front of her, because that melee attack is no joke at all. So, keep the pressure up. Finally got her legitimately down to about half health, now that she's already mutated. And keep up this nonsense. Jeez, Hunter, maybe we need to just go. Just run over here, try to get you pulled away. We really want to get this queen out of here, but the dang Hunter keeps getting in the way. And we really don't want to use up that last stim pack too early if we don't have to, because she's literally crippling us like it's nothing at all. As you can see there, her head's crippled again. This is just a mess. As we go ahead, rekey everything, and again, trying to spin lock this thing is just absurd. And you stupid crawdad, get out of here already. Seriously, I'll just throw everything we've got at you. I'll treat you like Shipbreaker and just throw literally everything we have in our arsenal at you at this point. My gosh, we just need an audience with the queen. We don't need your interference over there. You stinking, glowing, legendary crawdad. Oh my gosh, let's get over here, try and get something we can really do some damage with, like, again, the harpoon gun, especially if the Psycho hasn't completely wore off yet. And obviously, we can just absolutely unload with the fusion cells on this thing. Just whittling her down quickly, thank goodness. Luckily, I'm pretty sure we have just enough fusion cells to get through this in one piece. If she'll cooperate here. Not quite. Alright, so, back to plan B. Reba 2, back to you. Let's go ahead and try to get some distance on this mess. The queen is just about done, so we can finally move on. This is why I always say I love fighting the Mirelurk queen. She is one of my favorite bosses in the entire game because this thing literally always makes you stop and do a double take. There's never been a moment where I could just walk up to this thing, one-shot it, and say, oh, well, that was an inconvenience. As you can see there, we finally got the queen down. Let's go ahead and finally focus on the legendary glowing Mirelurk Hunter. Old Crawdad is now in our sights, and unfortunately for it, it can be stun-locked quite easily. Just go to the side of it. If you're right behind it, it'll flip and hit you, just like that. So try to get just on the side of it, then it can't move. So, just like that. Get the corner here, got it. Just up. It's trying to get away. It's literally hiding in the corpse of the queen. Are you kidding me? Get out of there, you crazy thing. It's literally making it to where we're just hitting the queen instead. And just like that, we finally got isolated. We don't even care that our head's broken. At this point, it does not matter. Just keep this thing stunned for the love of gosh. You see how much damage it does. It is ridiculous, especially now that it's already mutated. So, quickly get this thing out of here and we can finally move on from this place. Because remember, the whole thing revolves around Dylan's note, and that is to figure out where that stash is that he buried. And I'll tell you, what is cruel is the fact that it's actually not close to here. So let's go ahead, get our health back up, and finish this thing off. For the love of gosh, beat it! Jeez! Can't see, can't hear, can't taste, can't even move our left arm, but daggone it, we beat the legendary queen and the legendary Mirelurk Hunter. So, take that. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and take all the goodies here and get the heck out of here. So, now that that's taken care of, let us go ahead and head on back to Horizon Flight 1207.
There's probably a bed around if you need a rest.
You interested in a trade?
Maybe.
Yes, ironically enough, as you saw,
again.
he actually does have a bed here.
something?
So let's look at the tub full of toys for the dogs. I absolutely love that attention to detail. And the bed is actually found over by the dogs' cages. So not in the cages, but behind them. As you'll see, there is a sleeping bag here that you can use. So literally, Erickson will sell you items. He can let you sleep if you need to. He'll sell you a dog. What more can this guy do to help you? I do not know, but he is easily my favorite vendor and favorite place to visit. So, now let's get out of Horizon Flight 1207 because the grave that we were looking for is actually over here. Oddly enough, it's not where we were before. So, as you can see, we are at the front of the plane, is where we want to go ahead and get ourselves situated. So, if you're looking for the grave, go to the front of the plane. Let's go down into the water down here. So, again, there's a waterfall right underneath it. Let's just head on down. Love this area. It's literally in the center of pretty much everything in the Far Harbor DLC. It is the perfect location. And now that we are down in the water, let's go ahead, look at the compass down on the bottom. We are heading west. So, west of the front of Horizon Flight 1207, this is where we're finally going to find that secret that was buried. So, you'll start to see buildings over here. As you can see, there's a truck. And if we head over this way, where the information board used to be, and start heading up the road, you'll notice a broken warehouse shed looking thing. And if we continue around this broken shed, there it is. It has been dug up by someone else with a shovel. So they beat us to it. And as you can see, this safe has a lot of ammo and weapons. Mainly, it's just randomized, I'm pretty sure. Maybe you'll get better stuff than we did, but to show where it is on the map, pull it up, and it is right there. So, now that all that's done, we are going to conclude our third island adventure at the Harbor Grand Hotel. As you see, we are heading south of the Harbor Grand Hotel, over where all the water is on fire, and this is going to be the perfect place to stop and get ready for one heck of a scavenger hunt that we're going to have in the next episode, which should be one of our final island tour campaigns. If you've not already, please check out Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more Conceal videos. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.